Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm ready.
Take two. Take two.
Okay, we're rolling. What's happening, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Bandy Golau. Today is a 1 year episode, and who better to have on this podcast today than my first ever guest, my friend in the chair with the barber, Steph Christoforou.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey.
You alright?
You good, you?
I'm good. It's been a year already.
I know, crazy.
20 episodes in, and a lot's changed for both of us, I guess, in the year. We did well on the first one. The visuals went to shit.
Yeah, but we got the message out there.
We got the message out, but for those who have never watched this podcast before, or if you haven't seen all of them, if you want to know more about what Steph's story is, you can go back to episode 1 and watch that. I won't take credit for all the views we got, because you've got quite a big following. Did you get a lot of feedback from?
Yeah.
From what was the general feedback?
I think the main one is that obviously when you speak, people can relate like a little bit more.
Okay.
So obviously, because I don't do vlogging or videos or whatever, because I just write it down. But with me speaking, I think people could feel my emotion, and me telling like kind of like the story from like start to finish to what I've been through. It touched a lot of people. I still get messages like still today, like people watch the podcast back.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously 99% good, and then 1% not so good feedback.
Because obviously in your blogs, you never really told. You tell bits and pieces of the story, don't you? You never told it all the way through.
Yeah.
So I take it there was a lot of people that were unaware of
the dark side of it.
Yeah.
I think.
And I guess the full story.
Yeah.
Right. So I got the impression last time that you were on that from your lowest points, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
But from the last time, that episode, it seemed like there was an element of vulnerability. Like in regard to your past problems, maybe a slight hope things would go back to the way that they were.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree?
1000%, honestly. I think, when was it that I messaged you? I think it was a few months ago. And I watched a podcast back and I was like literally like fuming at myself, because I feel like I knew what I was doing. Like, I think like I thought about what to say so much because I didn't want to hurt that specific person, because probably like there was like a little hope inside me that things could obviously go back to how they were. But I can actually say like absolutely none of that this time. So yeah. Because
when I watched it back, and a lot of people watched it back, we were surprised that you didn't unleash. No, I'm somebody that one of my sayings is always keep your class, and you kept your class through that episode, which I commend you for. But you were a lot nicer than maybe you ought to have been. But a year later, what's changed?
What's changed? Obviously, like, I'm not here to trash anybody or whatever, and I will always kind of remain in that vibe, because obviously it's mainly about my son and me as a person. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to talk bad about people. But what has changed is that I have fully, moved on. There's zero hope. Even to say zero hope, like, I don't want it.
There's no interest?
No, whatsoever. And I wouldn't even want that to come back. Because I wouldn't want to be put in a position where I would have to think about it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? There's just zero interest. It's just all obviously moving forward for Costa. So yeah, I can finally say now, after so long, that is where I'm at. Like, even, things that used to trigger me, and I wrote that on my Instagram stories literally the other day. Like, what's going on my Snapchat memories right now, 3 years ago, is when I went to Maldives, which was like a few days after he proposed and whatever. And I don't feel any kind of...
How long ago was that?
3 years.
3 years about now?
Yeah, like these exact dates now. Right. And last year when I watched them, I got depressed and I got sad. Do you know what I mean? But now I literally, some of them I laugh at because they're really funny. And then I just think, oh, do you know what? I was really happy then, but I'm happy now, like in a completely different way. So, and I think that's proof to me that I actually have fully moved on.
That's good. You don't have to hate everything connected to bad moments.
No. I think I just know, I fully know what I want, and it's not that.
Good. Right, so you seem to do a social media detox every once in a while, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a scheduled routine, or is there something more to it?
Scheduled, like the alarm comes on my phone.
Because it is. It's got to be every so many months, hasn't it?
No. This was my longest one.
You must have deactivated Instagram a lot of times.
Yeah, but I think it's healthy, and I think everybody
do it. I'm just saying, is it a routine?
No, it's just how I feel in the moment.
Okay.
Like, I don't take social media too seriously, so if I feel like I'm seeing things that piss me off, then I'm just like, nah, I can't do it. Take it off.
Is it that simple?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay, so if you've got a like scale of 1 to 10 of how pissed off, what part of the scale do you need to be on to say fuck it?
I don't know, like, you're making it really a big thing. It's really not a big thing.
No, because there's things that piss me off on Instagram, but I just let it roll. Not to say that I'm right and you're wrong. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, at what point do you
I just feel like now and again it's really good to live life without social media.
Yeah, okay.
And like to adapt to life without that. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes when I get too addicted to it or too dependent on it, I'm like, hold on a second, I'm on my phone too much. Like, me and my sister the other day, I walked into a room and I was like, have you not moved from your bed since you sat down? It was like 3 hours, she was just on her phone. And that's the shit that I hate. But it obviously happens to everybody. I do it sometimes, and I feel like when it gets too much, I'm like, nah, you need a break. But the particular time that you're on about was because there was obviously certain things being said and I just didn't want to be part of no drama, so I just literally deactivated. I didn't think I'd be off for that long, but I loved it.
You went off for a while?
For 4 months.
Wow. But what I noticed, every time you come back, you always seem more refreshed.
Yeah, listen, social media brings people down. You don't even realise.
It's true. I think that I for the first day or two, it'd probably be tough, and then after that you just get on with things.
Like, it's tough in the sense that when you're on your phone, like your finger automatically goes to Instagram and it's like not there, and you think, why the hell am I on my phone? Yeah. But no, I loved it. I did.
Good. Do you still get, I think you do still get a lot of negative people online?
Yes.
A lot? Because I see stuff once in a while.
Yeah, no, not a lot. I'd probably say if I had to average it out, I'd probably get like 1 a week.
That's a lot.
But then before, it was hardcore.
So you're comparing it to...
when it was bad.
Okay.
It was all the time. I just literally find it really insane that people are still doing it, because the comments that I'm getting is about my past. But the latest one was insane. I don't know if you saw it. It was on the Blackout Tuesday post.
Yeah, you posted it.
Yeah, but then I deleted it after. I literally posted it for like 10 minutes.
You deleted the comment?
No, I deleted the story. I feel like I shouldn't have put it up. But anyway, it was on the Blackout Tuesday post, and it was a fake account, as always, which is what annoys me the most. That's weird,
because they did that on the YouTube comments of our last. Remember that?
Yeah, but that was bait. It's always the same thing.
No, but that was the first time I've experienced something like that, is what I'm saying.
Welcome to the life.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, and they said something like that they came to Nuvo and whatever, and that my sister, I think, I was on the door, and she apparently let these white girls in, and then she kind of denied the black girls, which my sister, I think, has never stood on the door, ever. I won't even let her stand on the door. It's horrible. Okay. So I was a bit like, okay, and then at the bottom was like, she goes, it fills my heart to know that you went through, that your ex-man breeded another two women of colour, and you're the one that's the baby mom. Would you look at God? And I was sat there, And do you know what the maddest thing is that, you know, because now I'm really conscious of being on my phone all the time. I wasn't on my phone all day that day, and when I went on my phone, I had like I had a message from 3 different people saying, oh my god, that comment's infuriated me. And I was like, what comment are you on about? And George Venizelos sent it me, and I was like, what? Like, and I went on the Instagram, I read it, and I was like, is this person for real? Like, I didn't even get angry, like I didn't delete the comment, I wasn't ashamed, so I knew it's all bullshit.
Right.
And I'd literally just responded, and I was like, the fact that you wish bad karma upon people you don't even know,
right,
you're the problem in this world. Like,
do you feel like the people that do that stuff are people that you personally know?
yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they connected to your ex, like friends or family, or just random people?
Obviously, I can't say for sure because
Yeah.
I don't know, but they have to be somewhat connected to my ex because it's always about him.
Yeah.
I've never had no negative message about me personally. It's always been about my past, and that's the way that they can get to me. Like, oh, you're a baby mom. Look at you, you're a baby mom. I'm like, mate, he's got another term.
But
I'm not the only one.
Are they people that are just dislike you for those reasons, or are they people that are trying to are on his side and they just want to bring you down?
I don't even think they're on his side. I think they just want to bring me down.
Right.
And I don't like the fact that I'm over it and I'm better and I'm
Okay.
doing my own thing and I've moved on.
I think it's weird as shit for you to make a fake account
To go through all of that,
to go for somebody, because it's like, what do you get out of it?
it's literally insanity.
It's a lot of insecurity as well, you know, like for you to feel that bad in yourself that you need to bring somebody down. Because sometimes I'll see shit when I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I thought old me may have, it's not directed to me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
old me may have bit, but I'm
Yeah,
so
and
cool
me.
with life.
That's
Carry
what I mean.
on.
That's
Do you
why I
know
does
what I
it,
mean?
and that's why I deleted the story because I thought actually I'm not doing this no more. Because if I sat there and posted all of the negative comments that I got, like it would be all the time. I'm just not. But why should I give them the airtime? I shouldn't.
That's what they do it for a lot of the time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
like I'm just can't
you
bothered.
know, just let them fight with themselves.
They're just angry people on social media. That's all it is.
And whatever you say, it will just carry on anyway. You'll never get like a friendship out of it. Not that you want to, but it'll never be it'll never be like, oh, do you know what? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it. It's
no, but I said to that person, if you felt like that is what you went through, then I apologise. But why don't you message me on your normal account? Let's talk like adults.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For them to do it the way they do it, they just
You're talking shit.
yeah, they're just doing it for some attention.
Ugh, yeah.
How do you deal with it as much as you get it? Because I think a lot of people that get negative comments literally go insane after a while. There's a lot of people that literally turn to suicide after so much negativity. What is it that makes you, is it because you've gone through so much of it that now you can't be bothered?
Yeah, and I'm a strong believer that people come into your life to teach you different lessons. So somebody that I've known for ages back, we stopped talking and then we recently started talking again.
As in just distanced?
Yeah, like we just obviously,
Okay.
we just faded away and then we started talking again and whatever. And he is so like drama free, like it's insane like how much drama free he is. And when you've talked to people for a long time, part of their traits like rub off on you.
Yeah.
And that's really rubbed off on me, that the whole no drama, whatever. So also what you said as well, with when you get it so much, it kind of stops getting to you after a little bit. And when it's who you surround yourself with. I surround myself with positive people, no drama. I don't have friendships that are based off gossip or none of that. So I'm just like, and it's the way you react to things is what it is. Like if I sit there and get depressed over every single comment I get, like I just might as well just sit in a dark room all the time.
Well, I said on the last episode how you've got to know where to cut people off.
Yeah.
I speak to so many people in the barbershop that literally have drama constantly, and it might be because of their partner or one of their mates.
Yeah.
And the only way to get the drama out of your life is to cut them people out.
Yeah.
That's it. It's that simple.
With what I told you about that person as well, what I found out,
Yeah.
I could have gone insane. Like,
Yeah.
old me would have been like, I'm just like, can't be bothered. I know what you did. I know what you're about. We don't need to speak.
Yeah. That's it's the best way, not for anybody else, but for your own personal
Yeah,
sake.
100%.
I asked you at the end of the first episode what you do for a job, if you could do anything, and you replied with a therapist.
Mm-hmm. And would you look at that?
So you're training to be a therapist now.
So, since lockdown, I've started studying and I'm doing a diploma in mental health. So once I've done that course, I'm going to do another course in therapy training. So I'm not going to be a doctor. I can't prescribe you drugs. I can't prescribe you whatever, which I wouldn't anyway. I don't believe in them.
Yeah,
anyway.
you don't want to be into that.
No. But with my experience and with all like the women that I've spoke to, I just feel like, oh, that's what I want to go into. Also, another thing that I'm doing is, do you know Jay Shetty?
Yeah.
So he's got this program at the moment, and it's to what's the program called? To find your passion and make it into an income.
Right.
And they select hand few a few people. And I saw him post something because I follow him. I love watching his podcasts and whatever. And I saw something and it said something like, oh, like swipe up and let us know if you're interested. Tell us your story and like we'll kind of respond. Okay. I thought they're never going to reply. He's got like 7 million followers. And they did. And I'm currently on the training course with him.
So that's only for a certain amount of people? You're selected?
So when I say selected, there's probably like quite a fair few hundred people.
But it's not everybody?
No, it's not everybody. And so, yeah, I'm doing 2 courses at the moment, back to back. And that's what I want to do, and I'm going to do it.
So you're getting the actual
coaching
from Jay Shetty.
Yeah.
But you're also getting the mental
awareness,
health.
Yeah.
Like qualification.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're going to combine them and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So do you know the destination yet is that going to be you in an office with a couch?
I would want that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, I know what the office looks like already.
But is that what you're offering?
That's what I would want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where it's going to head. It's just going to be like a therapy session, a one-to-one, come in and see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine that you're going to get probably a lot of people interested.
Yeah.
Are a lot of your blog readers local? They UK based? Because you get people from all over the world.
Yeah. The main ones that I've spoken to, yeah. But I've met people from America mainly. The other country's been America.
But I take it you don't have to do that in your office, do you?
No, you can do it online.
Online.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
But I just feel like with the experience that I've got, I know what they're going through, and I think it's not textbook. You're not coming to see me and I'm going to read you facts and textbook stuff and you need antidepressants. It's like I can feel your pain. I've been there.
It's just listening and giving advice.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's only going to be for those kind of things?
In what sense?
So the stuff you've been through.
Yeah. Like heartbreak.
Yeah, relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Is that all you're going to expect to deal with?
No, I think I feel like when somebody's depressed, they're depressed. It doesn't matter what's caused the depression. When you're in that place, I know what it's like to be in that place. So I just feel like that's why I'm doing an overhaul of mental health. So even with the studies that I'm doing now, I'm learning about bipolar, I'm learning about dementia, I'm not saying I'm going to ever deal with that kind of things, but I want to know all of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
then is it a case of these are symptoms of whatever it is, these are traits, these are the way people think, and then it's just up to you to give your own advice? Yeah, probably. Right. Yeah, I'm never going to say that I'm a doctor and I'm going to prescribe you or what's the word, give you a thing or whatever the name of what you're dealing with. It's just for me to be aware. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
And to help me in that session.
It's funny because I've been looking just recently, not too in depth, but I've been looking at doing a counselling course online, just as a qualification proof for the barbershop. So it's just, I do it anyway. My job, I'm basically a therapist. And everybody that does a job like mine and give a shit about people are therapists. But just being able to have that qualification, say, I actually understand this a bit more. Because the fact is, a lot of people don't really need a doctor. No. They just need somebody to give a shit.
That is literally it.
And a doctor doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, I'll take it back. I'm not going to say doctors don't give a shit.
But you're just another person to prescribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they haven't got 20, 30, 40 minutes to sit and talk. So I think if you've got the core elements of actually caring for somebody and listening to their story, a lot of the time people don't even want you to reply much. They just want to talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they just need a safe place where they think, you know what, this person cares about me, I'm going to go and sit in there for half an hour.
Yeah, and also they want to see somebody that's been through what they've gone through and have come out the other end.
Yeah.
Because if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
That I didn't do anything different. I didn't do anything magical. Do you know what I mean? I just did what I had to do to get out of a bad place.
And that's the thing. I think that in situations where you're in a dark place, you kind of cling to that little bit of hope.
Yeah.
If there's some hope there, you'll cling to it with everything you've got. And so you're proof of the hope that if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Whereas
if nobody can relate to you, or you just hear of other stories of people that didn't come out the other end, that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
There's no
That's
hope.
why I never... Obviously, therapy's proven to work, but I didn't go to therapy because I just thought, like, does that person even know what I'm going through? Like, they might have done, they might have been through it, but I, you know, if I came across somebody like me when I was going through the thing, I would have chosen that person over a standard counsellor, therapist.
And I take it you'd probably get recommendations because of people that could vouch for you and say, do you know what, this person has been through. Yeah. I think it's a tough spot to be in. What I've read before is they say that therapists and psychologists get into it to fix themselves. Do you think that's part of the case?
No, because I don't want to get into it if I'm not fixed.
Right.
Because there's been times, and I know that for a fact, because there's been times where, like, basically when I post a blog, that's like the messages I get after, I call it blog day. The messages I get on blog day are like, whoa, like I get like 40 new people talk to me and send me all of their thing, and I want to reply properly. Yeah. And sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I just have to stop. And I don't feel, I'm like, oh my God, I feel really drained out, blah, blah, blah. And I don't reply. And I'll say to them, sorry, I'm going to reply when I'm feeling better. And that's proof to me that I can't do what I want to do if I'm not 100%, because it will just drain the life out of me.
How do you feel that's going to go when you're actually doing it in person?
Yeah, I don't know. But I suppose it won't be 40 people all in one day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you can space them out.
Yeah.
So... do you feel now that you are fully fixed?
I feel like every day is a new. I don't think anybody's fully. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But compared to last year, yeah. Like the growth is immense. I've learned so much more. I've met so many new people, learned so many different lessons. I feel like now I know where I can see my future. I can see where I want to go, who I want to be with, what. Do you know what I mean?
Is that just because of time, or is there been certain parts of this 12 months that have stuck out and said that's the reason why this has happened? And
I think a lot's happened that I thought would tear me down, but really was a reminder that you're on the right path. So obviously, let's just address the elephant in the room. My last blog was about my ex-partner having another child. And obviously I was raging. So I was like, oh my God, like there's 3 kids and no. But when I woke up the next day, when I told you I woke up the next day and I thought, actually, that's not my life. For me, that was a clear indicator.
Right.
you did the right thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be part of that anyway. So I've got like this idea future in my head, and when things like that happen, I'm like, okay, I chose the right path, because that's not what I want. That's not how I see my future. And I feel like as the times come by and the more people I meet and the better conversations I have and the courses that I'm doing, I'm just like, it's all going in the right direction.
So you could have, so I keep going back to the last episode because it's been 12 months. It's a good kind of indication in 12 months.
Yeah.
You could have 12 months of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Or you can have 12 months of packed. I guess yours has been packed with different things that have gone on, different things that conversations, courses. It's not, I guess it's not so much the time, because if you've had 12 months of doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true. It depends what you do with the time.
And then what came up. But that was the first thing that's happened in 12 months.
Yeah.
The likeliness of you dealing with it as well as you dealt with it is probably a lot less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's like lifting weights. The more you do it, the stronger you get.
100%.
So as bad as it is for you to go through a bad time, you need it to toughen you up.
Yeah. And like the difference is that obviously I'm human, you know, certain things that happen are still going to get me down, but this time it's like you're down for a few hours and you pick yourself back up, or you go to sleep, you wake up, you're fresh in the morning. Before, it was days. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. When I was really bad, it was months. Yeah. And then it went to days, and now it's like a few hours, pick yourself back up, doesn't matter, move on. Yeah. It's in the past. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like in any situation where there's a roadblock, you can't turn the other way. You have to deal with it, because it's just going to be there.
That's what
you know. You can run off and come back 2 weeks later and the roadblock's still there.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like if there was anything I could say to people is, you've just got to muster up the courage to deal with it.
Yeah.
You can't run away from a bully forever, you know. You've got to fight him. And so a lot of that comes with self-confidence as well.
Yeah.
And I've seen in 12 months your self-confidence is a lot more.
Yeah. But it's still not like where I want it to be.
No, but like you said before,
in certain areas it's stronger. Yeah.
I'd say I'm a very confident person. That doesn't mean that nothing bothers me from time to time, you know. There's still things that give you an insecurity or give you some self-doubt.
Yeah.
But as a whole, as long as you believe in yourself enough, you can get through a lot of what it is. Away from the dramas, where do you see the best version of you?
In what, like future me or now me?
Now, like what would you say brings the best of you out?
Being a mom.
Right. For me personally, there's certain things like, for example, business is stressful. It can be a stressful thing. But at the same time, when I'm looking at certain things with business, I get amped up. That's what makes me want to, you know, just, that's what I love to do.
Right.
Or like with jiu-jitsu, there's certain times when I'm so buzzing, that's like the best version of me.
Right,
you know, when I'm behind the barber chair, that's the best version of me.
I think the best version for me is when I'm talking to people from my blogs then. That's when I feel like the most comfortable and I know exactly what I'm doing, and helping people makes me feel the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, I don't know if you saw the video. I posted a video up probably last month to say to my customers that I've been out of work for 3 months and I'm so used to giving people advice. Me not being at work, all right, I'm fed up of being at home all the time. But I also, I didn't realise how much work gives me purpose. But it's not just because I'm cutting somebody's hair. Yeah. It's not really the haircut. It's what the haircut does.
It's the interaction.
And it's the interaction. So I basically said to people, like, if anybody, wherever they are, that can make it to the shop, feel some type of way and they're going through a hard time, let me know. I'll open the doors. I'm not going to cut your hair because I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
But we'll just chat. you know.
Yeah.
One of my customers, one of my regulars came, and it probably did as much good for me as it did for him, you know.
That's so lovely.
And I think that whatever you do, you need to have purpose in it.
Yeah.
Because you can say like, oh, the best thing is going out and drinking with my friends.
Yeah.
But how much purpose does it give you? It can give you a good time for that night. But is there more to it?
That's why I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I literally don't.
There's
I've
no...
actually enjoyed lockdown. Am I like the only person?
I've definitely seen good points to it.
Yeah.
And I think we all needed it. But yeah, I feel like the best of you comes from having purpose and substance to give somebody else something back.
Yeah.
And if your life is just about you, you ain't getting the best out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like that's why you love being a mom so much? Because in essence, that's what you're doing, isn't it?
It's a purpose, yeah. You've got something. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously, when that's your person, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Because when you give somebody advice, you're lifting them up.
Yeah.
Your son doesn't need advice right now.
Yeah.
But obviously, raising him.
Yeah.
Technically, it is advice, isn't it?
Love and.
You're teaching them things.
Yeah.
But essentially, what you're doing is you're helping somebody progress.
Yeah.
So is that why parents love being parents?
I don't know how to. Being a parent. It's just you. That's yours. Like,
your
you just
creation.
love and.
Yeah.
You know, and watching them grow is like just insane. Like the new word, especially Gustav's age now, where he's learning new words constantly, and how he even puts words together and it makes sense, and it's just the best thing.
So, because when you're giving somebody some kind of help, to see them use it, like when I teach jiu-jitsu, to teach somebody something and then see them do it,
Yeah.
and they do it properly,
Yeah.
and they say, do you know what, Ban? Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's something that you can't really explain to people.
Yeah.
It's just...
I've had, there was this one girl in particular on my blogs, really young girl. She was in a relationship, the guy left her, obviously pregnant, but she was told from a young age she couldn't have kids, so she knew for a fact she was keeping the child regardless.
Okay.
And obviously she was like me, she was pregnant on her own, depressed, didn't think she could raise this child on her own, blah blah blah. I literally spoke to her throughout her whole pregnancy. I still speak to her now. Her baby's just turned 1.
At what point did she contact you?
I think it was either my first blog or my second.
How far in the pregnancy was she?
How far was she? She was probably about midpoint.
And you didn't know her before?
No, just random girl, lives in London.
Wow.
And I literally spoke to her every single day. I sent her loads of Gustav's old clothes, like, because I thought she's struggling, whatever. I sent her loads of Gustav's clothes that obviously he was too small for. You know, and I still speak to her now, and she sent me this really long message, and it's probably about 3-4 months ago, and she said basically that she feels that she thanks me for not committing suicide, basically. Wow. And when I read that, I was literally crying my eyes out, but I thought, no, like, you shouldn't give that on me, like, you did that, I didn't do anything, I just basically like helped you to see that you can get out of it, because I was the proof.
It's hard to take the credit, because like you said, a lot of it is them.
Yeah.
But someone that tells you that is also very right, because had you not have been there, maybe nobody else cared, you know?
Yeah.
And God knows what after that.
Yeah.
So it does seem heavy to take the credit, and I wouldn't take the credit, like you didn't want to take the credit.
No.
But it just goes to show what being there and listening to people can do for somebody. And for me, when somebody says to me, like, I had a customer, not the same situation, but a young guy, like 19, and he was devastated that his girlfriend had split up with him. He'd been with her like 1 or 2 years. And it's out of coincidence, every time somebody comes in the barbershop with this kind of problem, there's nobody else in the barbershop, which means that what could have taken me 20 minutes, half an hour haircut is now an hour haircut.
Oh, God,
because
yeah.
I'm trying to give you, I'm not letting you leave from this shop until you feel like you can take on the world.
Yeah, that's so
On my
amazing
watch,
there, yeah.
you're not leaving that way. And I gave him circumstances I've been in. I've given him advice. I've listened to whatever I needed to listen to. I've asked him the questions, and you just feel him change throughout the conversation. And then he sent me a DM, and he couldn't stop thanking me. And for me, if I could do that every day, that would be enough for me.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it just the best feeling in the world?
Because when somebody it's like feeding somebody homeless. When somebody comes to you in a time of need, they may have gone to 10 people and you're the only one that's been able to help.
Yeah.
Or they may have only gone to one person, being you, and it's up to you to do something. You cannot let somebody go back into the world in that state.
Yeah.
You can't.
No,
it's
no.
wrong.
And that's why, like, when I get really long messages, I'll reply instantly. And if I'm not, like, so basically I received one message yesterday and it was like really, 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 really long. But I knew I was literally going to see my friend. So I thought, I messaged back and I said, listen, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I'm here, but I'm going to reply when I'm ready because I want to reply properly.
Yeah.
So then I replied when I got back home, which was like 3-4 hours after, but I replied properly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I can't multitask for shit.
Yeah,
like I'm the worst. So I would have replied half-heartedly, and I hate doing that. But I always reply straight away when I've seen it, because I'm like, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I am going to reply when I'm ready.
But you in them situations, you need to give the best version of you, because you don't know how thick that
state they're in as well.
That thread that they're hanging on is.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know, so.
And I don't want them to think, oh, she's posting and she's ignoring me. I hate that. I never want anybody to think that. That's why I always reply saying I'll message when I can.
But remember when I said to you in the first episode, maybe you had to go through what you had to go through because your calling was to help other people.
I really think that.
You can't. You can have the intention of helping other people, but if you haven't been through it, it's kind of, people are going to be like, it's like learning how to lose weight from someone that's never lost weight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't go.
Like relationship advice from someone who's single, I never understand that one. That's the one I don't get.
Do you know what?
Like full-on coaches, but you can't get a man yourself.
That's funny because I give relationship advice a lot, and I'm single. But I feel like...
So I just absolutely digged you out there. Sorry, mate.
I feel like my advice is fucking good. It's just that...
It's not the advice that gets to me, it's the coaching. You know, there's relationship coaches.
Okay.
That's what stresses me out, because it's like... I want to see that you've got the husband, the kids. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I want.
Yeah.
Tell me how to get it.
Yeah.
If you ain't got it, what you tell you
No, but in the same sense, it's right. Like someone giving you relationship advice when you're single doesn't always make sense.
Yeah, but I give relationship advice. That's a lot of it's based on that.
Yeah.
Advice with what to do in the certain situation that they're in.
But here's the thing, right? I'm still single, but my track record for advice is pretty fucking good.
So you need to take your own advice. But we never do, though. That's the problem.
No, but you know what it is? It's not so much that I'm in a situation where I need advice.
But are you absolutely single Pringle?
No, I just haven't come across the person I want.
That's what I mean. So you're not even talking to somebody.
No.
Yeah.
But it's not like everything's complete shambles, but here I am trying to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay, I got you. You've just got zero drama.
Yeah, but a lot of me being single is my choice, because I'm not desperate to just go and fucking meet anybody, you know? All right, this leads me onto this smoothly. So let's make it fun, right? I want you to ask me a question, or I can go first. It's up to you.
Okay.
Let's say you ask me a question of what you or girls in general may have about guys.
What do you mean?
So,
and this is fun, it's a game, not serious.
yeah.
We can
So
go as crazy as we
So
want.
is there certain things that either you want to know or girls in general want to know about guys?
Right.
I'll try and answer, and then we'll do it reverse.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so...
Oh my God.
Do most attractive girls have loads of guys in their inbox? Or is this a myth?
If I answer this, I'm going to sound like a type of way.
No, but...
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so how many would you say is a lot? Because I feel like a lot of guys, not just me...
But it's not nice guys, it's creeps.
Okay, but a lot of guys will think she's probably got a lot of people in the DMs.
So let's swerve her.
So let's swerve her. And the more attractive you are, the higher people are going to think that way, right? But is it always creeps, or is it like, what would you say on average? How many messages would you get on average
From creeps or normal people?
Both together, but like, let's say, just, I'm not saying how many people will message you in a day. I'm saying like, how many different guys on average?
What day? What week?
Yeah, just, you know, over the course of, I don't know, a month.
I don't know. Facebook's a whole different breed.
Yeah,
so
I've got a sister,
Facebook's
I
like
know that.
500 a day.
Yeah. And people from fucking fuck knows where.
Yeah. Instagram, I'd probably say, I don't know, like, for me personally, I'd probably get about, I don't know, 6 to 7 a week.
That's a lot, isn't it?
But most of them are creeps.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But then, like, recently I had this one which creeped me out. I had this one, it's a guy that I've known for a while, but he was married and got kids and whatever, and all of a sudden...
Oh, you knew him?
Yeah, like customer at Uber. All of a sudden his marriage just broke down, and he's like, oh, can I take you out? And I'm like, hey, like, you're married? And he was like, no, like, we split up ages ago, but I always had a thing for you. Shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
How did you always have a thing for me when you're married?
Yeah, that's...
Don't annoy me.
The thing
like,
is...
don't piss me off.
The thing is, he could have approached that without...
So different.
And he just wouldn't have sounded like a dick.
Yeah. Okay, question for the guys. Okay. Do guys really care about the personality, or is it all looks? Like, what's the percentage?
This is a good question. Guys care a lot more about looks than girls do.
Okay.
Right, absolutely. Because guys think with logic and girls think with emotion.
Okay.
So that's why...
Wouldn't logic lean more towards personality?
No. Yes, in a sense, but no. And it depends where the guy's at. For me, I've got to look at both because I'm at a stage where I want to settle down.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking I just want to have some fun, personality isn't as important,
Yeah.
right? So you have to gauge where a guy is in his life, what he wants, to know that. But guys thinking with logic means if you're a great person, but I don't find you attractive, me and you ain't going to be a thing. It's plain and simple.
Yeah.
And it sounds harsh.
No, but I've been in one of those exact situations.
It sounds harsh, but for me, I'm somebody that I'm a very straight up talker. So I'm not going to beat around the bush and say, nah, guys aren't just about looks. We are. Not just about it, but we are, because at the end of the day, if I'm not attracted to you, but you've got a great personality and me and you really get along,
You friends.
we're just friends, right?
Absolute friend zone.
Look, guys
Yeah,
get friend zoned and guys friend zone as well, you know?
There is times where it can develop and you see them differently.
The only time it's developed for me is if the girl I was friends with, I would have thought is attractive anyway.
So you're telling me if you... Okay, so let me give you a scenario. You've got this... I wouldn't even say friend. You've met this girl and whatever. You start hanging out. She makes you die of laughter, like, and the chemistry's there, but you're not physically attracted to her. My question to you is, over time, you keep meeting with this girl and the chemistry is so there, do you not think that emotion can be built off of that?
Yeah, but I feel like there's got to be a certain amount of attraction in the first place. Because I'll try and not be so vulgar.
Oh, God.
But subconsciously, you're going to be looking at this person and think certain things would naturally happen in a relationship.
Yeah.
If I'm not attracted to that person,
you won't be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's just the harsh reality of it.
Yeah.
And so this is, for me, I practice what I preach in the sense of I try and look after myself as much as I can. Because I'm not the kind of guy that I'm going to be some lazy fucking prick on the sofa.
Yeah.
Saying all this shit and I want this and I want that and I want that in a girl. I want a girl that fucking cooks and cleans, but meanwhile, I don't do no fucking work. I'm not that kind of guy. Whatever I do, I'd also expect in return.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of guys that kind of expect what they don't deserve. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you can't be literally somebody with no job and say I want a hard worker.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like your intentions have got to kind of match, but when it comes to attraction, there has to be a level of attraction there. If I'm friends with a girl and there's zero attraction, over time I might like her more, but the reality is I'm probably still not attracted.
Yeah.
So we're just going to be friends.
Yeah.
You know?
She might like go into the homie section where you call her a homie, so she's one of your besties.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But at the end of the day, I've got no intentions of slamming you up the wall.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't.
The vulgar part came out there.
But
Yeah.
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to slap your ass when you walk through the door.
Yeah.
Like, it's because I don't want to give those signals to somebody that I'm not attracted to.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Whereas I feel girls may go for personality a bit more.
Yeah.
But I do believe a girl still has to be attracted to the guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it is bullshit, innit? A girl's like, nah, it's all personality.
But I've been in that position before that I've got on with somebody so well, when I mean like I can be my 100% self with, but when it comes time to I'm saying like that, like I've been in that moment with him, not that moment. I mean, when it comes time for like the intimate stuff, like, you know, to kiss, hug, hold hands, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, so you
And it's crazy because it's like the attraction's there, but it's not enough.
Talk me through it.
Okay, how do I say this? The person that I'm talking about, I get on with 100. Like, I'd probably say I get on with him the most out of any guy I've ever spoke to.
Okay.
Like we know each other exact. Like, we just really vibe. Like, yeah. And then it started getting to the point where it was like, oh, so we're gonna meet up. And I was like, yeah. Like, in my head, it was amazing. It worked out. In my head, it was just incredible.
What, as a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, so you had thought about it?
Yeah, like the whole thing. Like, we'd been involved like when I was a little bit younger. Oh, fuck me, I feel like I'm talking like the person's gonna know that I'm talking about.
As long as you don't mention names, nobody else is gonna know.
Oh, okay, right. But then when it comes to it, when it's like, oh, okay, I want to take you on a date, I want to do this, I want to do that. Every time he'd schedule, I found myself saying no, or I'd come up with excuses.
Why?
Because the thought, I couldn't. But then there came a time where we did go out and whatever, and the conversation was amazing, had the best time ever. But then when it came time to like me leaving, and he kind of expected I was like, oh, like, I don't want to.
So were you ever attracted to this guy?
Yeah, which is the weird thing,
So
but
what,
not enough.
what is it?
Not enough. I don't know, not enough. I just did. There wasn't the emotional connection. But then it's weird because obviously there is an emotional connection because you get on so well and you laugh and whatever. But there was something missing, and I kept saying to, Sills, I was telling Sills the situation. I was like, Sills, there's like a spark missing, and she was like, Steph, we're like 28 years old, we don't need sparks no more. Do you know what I mean?
I think
she was
you
like,
do though, innit?
She was basically trying to say, like, stop being young where you kind of want like all the sexual attraction and the whatever. She was like, the most important part is how much you get on. But I still believe that I'd be forcing it.
This is interesting because it's like, I think if you were to try it, that spark could develop. Have you ever been in a situation where over time you feel a certain type of way that you hadn't always felt before? And it's like, well, maybe if you give that person a chance, there might be something there.
Yeah, and with that same person I'm talking about, we've been through this situation a few times, but then I always come back to, no, I'm forcing it. If it was going to work out, it would have worked out.
I think if you've been through it a few times and it hasn't worked, then it ain't going to work.
Yeah, but it's my problem. Like, it's my issue.
That's weird, isn't it?
And I don't know what I actually still to this day don't know what it is.
Because I feel like if you don't try, you don't know. But at the same time, if you have tried, but I
haven't tried properly.
But then at the same time, it's like, because there's been a lot of times when people say to me, "Oh, ban the reason you're single is because you're too fussy," and there was.
I've heard that being said a few times.
There was definitely a sense of that, but
why should you be fussy if you know exactly what you want?
Exactly,
it's your life. You should be fussy.
Right? Yeah, true. But then I'm thinking, am I looking for something that doesn't exist?
There's one aspect that I knew that you always expected in a woman that I can fully tell you no longer exists.
Do you know what? I'm a lot more relaxed
on that.
On girls. There's certain girls now that, or certain things about girls that I wouldn't have maybe been interested with before.
Yeah.
And now I give a chance to, because I think, do you know what? Whatever God sends is He's not going to send it in the perfect package, I'm assuming, that I want.
Yeah.
So you've got to, and I'm not expecting I'm going to be the perfect package for somebody else. So I'm realistic in the sense of...
to work through things.
Yeah, you've got to give people a chance. But then in a sense, going back to your situation, is all this thing you want and this spark and everything else. Because I understand it because I wanted the same thing. But then I'm thinking... does that exist? Not does it exist? Does it exist for me? Or is the person I'm meant to be with one of these ones where you kind of get together and then after like 3-4 months, you're obsessed with that person?
I don't know. I feel I want the whole fairy tale. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, I get it.
And I feel like with that particular person, 60% of it was that.
I get it, but what my point is... what if that ain't how it's meant to be for you?
But then if it's not meant to be for me, then it would have happened, no?
Yeah, you never gave it a chance.
But then, like, if it was meant to be, it would have just happened anyway.
No.
Oh, God,
No,
why?
because...
free will.
Like, for example, me being religious, I say that there's certain blessings that God's going to send... but you also have to do your part in the blessing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I just sit there and expect it all to come to me.
We'll go back to my last episode about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
The law of attraction says you speak things into existence.
Yeah, I've wrote a blog about that exact same thing.
Right, okay, so it's one of them things where you say, I'm going to be rich. And you keep repeating you're going to be rich. And you've got the mindset that you believe you're going to be rich. But if you don't fucking leave the house... unless you win the lottery or you inherit it, which I wouldn't want to leave it to them chances, you ain't going to be rich. You've got to do a certain amount of work. So what if the person you're meant to be with, God has sent, and he's like, Steph, And you're like, nah.
But I feel like if God sent him me, I would have felt more.
But what if that ain't the way it goes?
I don't know.
This is the problem.
I messed that one up anyway a long time ago.
But I'm asking you this, but obviously I'm grilling you about it, but I've had the same problem, so I get it. But then it's just
It's
like...
so annoying though, because you know there's some times where you think, shit man, I could have been married now. Like,
Yeah.
if we could have had the perfect thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not going to say I'm fussy, because I genuinely don't think I'm fussy. I know what I want, but I don't think I'm fussy. But I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to... I think a lot of people, especially people at our age now, they're like, oh, you know, come on, you're nearly 30.
It's
you
time.
know,
Yeah.
But I'm not that desperate.
This is the thing for me.
I want to be with somebody though, and I feel like I'm really ready.
Yeah. I look back and I think I palmed girls off for some shit that probably I shouldn't have, you know. But then at the same time, because then I look back at them and I think...
Do you feel like there's one that got away? Be honest with yourself.
I think the one that I think got away, it wasn't my fault that she got away.
Why?
It just, yeah, it just backfired on me.
What, did you do something shitty?
No, I'm just saying that it wasn't my call that it didn't happen.
Right, okay.
Right. But I did the best I could. It didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it didn't work out because of me, then
is that when you start questioning, was it meant to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like when you do that, you'll go mad. Because then that's with everything in life.
I'm not really going mad because there's nobody I've kind of palmed off that I'm kicking myself for now. But I don't know. I just I feel like you look back and you think maybe I should have given that person a bit more of a chance. But at the same time, I'm a bit more relaxed in I'll give people more of a chance.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not desperate.
That's the thing.
30 next month. I'm still not desperate. I refuse to settle for somebody just for the sake of settling.
Yeah.
Because if I have to turn around at 33 and say, do you know what? She ain't for me. Now I'm 3 years older.
Yeah.
And back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Once I leave the drawing board, I don't want to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Put the utensils away, pack them up.
Yeah, it's for me, and this is why I'm so, in a sense, I'm so critical about it, because when I do it and go all the way in marriage and everything, I don't want to do it again.
So what is it that you are looking for? We'll just turn this into my show for 5 minutes.
I want...
What's your top... Okay, let's do it a bit easier. What are your top 3 things that this person absolutely must have?
Can we just glance over the fact that I'm very set in my ways, and there's going to be probably a lot of people...
I know the one thing you're going to say, but I was hoping you would have dropped that one.
No.
Because that doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
Oh no, what you're thinking. No, that's not what I'm thinking.
Right.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I got over that a long time ago.
Okay, I was going to say.
No.
Because that one just...
That
gets younger with every year as well. It scares the life out of me.
And that was a bit of a myth. You just got fed that story a bit different to how it was meant to come across. So my thing is, I want a Greek girl.
Okay,
right.
That's fine.
People will give me shit for this because it's 2020. You still, but
No, I don't think anybody should give you shit for that.
I've realised that I'm so Greek in my ways of the music, the tradition, the culture, the language. I want to be with somebody where I feel I can be the best me.
Yeah.
And when I'm around my culture and my language and my traditions, that's the best me.
Yeah.
And I want someone that can relate to that. So if and this isn't me being racist or discriminating against any other culture, it's just the fact that I
don't think anybody should be able to call it racist to be with your own kind.
Yeah, I'm not turning away an English girl or an Indian girl or a black girl because of their race.
Yeah.
I just want somebody that I can relate to more, and I can and bear in mind, for example, me loving my culture and religion and everything so much, when I'm at work and my missus is raising the kids, I still want that to be instilled.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if I'm not with one of our own, she's not going to be able to instill it like one of our own could.
Yeah.
And so that's something that that's one of the things on the list, but it's tough because we don't. I said for a long time, if I lived in Cyprus, I would have been married by now.
Yeah.
I believe it,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
around. Whereas
It is hard.
living in Stafford, they're not on my doorstep. Do you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? If I was in London,
But it is easier to communicate now with like social media.
yeah. But do you know what, Steph? With social media, I feel like it's good in the sense where you're now exposed to people that you wouldn't have been exposed to before.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of communication you can't get through a screen.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of things that this is why I said before I prefer doing podcasts in person, because I get a vibe off you that I wouldn't have got through a screen.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that if you are going to speak to somebody over the internet which you've never met before, once you spoke to them for about 2 weeks and you feel that they're in their right mind, if you two like each other, just fucking meet up and see what happens.
Yeah. You can't judge nothing off.
You can't go months, because at the end of the day, you might build it up so much. Now you're like, oh my God, what if I say the wrong thing? Or you've built it up so much that you're too scared to, you know, and you're kind of dealing with it in such an apprehensive way.
Yeah. I can really relate to that right now.
Yeah. You know, we've all been there.
Yeah.
So that, and I feel like she's got to have good morals.
Yeah.
You know, and especially now me approaching 30, I don't want a girl that's 22 that still likes going to clubs. Like that stage of my life is gone.
So that's an age thing then? You want somebody more on your wavelength?
Yeah, but I want good morals as well. You know, if she's calmed down at 29 but was getting absolutely slammed by everybody in the nightclub when she was 20, that ain't for me. Do you know what I mean?
People change though.
Yeah, they do. But then my point is, I always, and maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, but let's say we have a daughter and I'm at work. What kind of morals are you teaching her? You know?
The best, obviously.
You are.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
right,
what's she teaching? Is my future 18-year-old daughter going to say, Mom, I know I'm not meant to, but I'm sneaking out to meet this boy? And her mom says, oh, do you know what? I remember doing that, so I won't tell you, Dad.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So morals are there. The culture, race thing, religion thing is there. And somebody I can have conversations with, and of all types of conversations, you know, like business, general stuff. If I want to talk shit, random shit for hours, I want someone that isn't scared to go there on any conversation.
Yeah.
They just roll with it.
Yeah,
Do you know them ones?
Yeah.
Not someone that, you know, you'll talk about cereal for 30 minutes. They're like, why?
Yeah.
If I want to talk about cereal, I want to talk, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously it goes back to, you want to be attracted to them as well.
Yeah.
When you start listing things, it sounds like you're being fussy, but realistically, they're things that... The reason why we come across fussy now, I'll tell you, is because the bar is so low. People will take, and me and you separately, and everybody watching will know hundreds of people that never really looked into it that much, that deeply before they got into a relationship. And now they've got 3 kids and they're unhappy, but they're with someone. So they think, oh, you can't get a relationship. No, I can get a relationship.
Which is what drives me insane about this whole world that we live in now.
Yeah, because us being single, when I say I'm single or someone says, oh, why are you still single? Don't imply it that I'm still single because I can't get girls.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've got a
another
choice in
annoying
being
thing.
single,
Yeah.
right? But a lot of these people are in relationships that they don't even want to be in. And the reason why they're in them is because they were so insecure that they couldn't stay single, that they just went for anybody. They thought, well, that person's got a pulse and a penis, I'll be with him, you know? That ain't us.
Never will be.
You know, and
My biggest fear is to get into something and for what happened to me to happen again.
Yeah.
Like, which is what's hard as well, because like when you meet somebody, you almost, and I've been speaking to the same guy for a while now, and there's been times where I've kind of took that toxic trait into that. I'm not gonna call it relationship because it's not a relationship. Yeah. And I said like, Steph, like, I'm not your past. You can't bring your past onto me. And I've been like, shit, yeah, I can't. But it's because I'm so scared of it that it's almost like you draw it, you bring it in. Do you know what I mean?
Does it come back to speaking it into existence? Is that what it is?
Yeah. But it's true though.
But then it's weird because I feel like I've got trust issues and I've never been cheated on. Imagine that. Because I know so many girls move mad, and I'm just thinking, oh fuck. There's
the girls that cheat are just next level snaky, and I'm not like, people are going to be like, oh my god, like the feminists out there are going to be screaming right now, but I don't care. This is my opinion. Yeah. In general, guys cheat. Like, I'm not saying every guy, but the guys cheat more than girls. I feel like.
Do they?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Because me and my sister spoke about this on the podcast she was on, and I said, I don't know if guys cheat more or girls are just more clever when they cheat.
Well, that's what scares me. I feel like when guys cheat, it's kind of like a quick dick thinking with their dick, but when girls do it, it's a whole different.
And girls all manipulate it to make it seem like it's your fault that they cheated. Do you know what I mean?
Guys do that too. Don't ever get that twisted. Okay. Ever. I've been there, done that. Got every single t-shirt.
But I don't know. I just feel like because I've had girls that are in relationships that maybe not so much have tried to jump on me, but when they're moving to you in a way that if you were my girl,
I'd be fuming.
Yeah. Yeah. So stuff like that's given me trust issues because, and I think obviously with it being so easy for, like you said before, so many guys are in a girl's DMs.
Yeah.
I'm not with you every second of the day.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel like I need to go through your phone.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of guy that I want to be.
Yeah.
So I need to trust that you're not into that straight away, Moving on to the next question.
I personally wouldn't want to be on social media when I'm married and whatever.
Do you know what? I'm not against it.
I'm not against it, but I love being off it.
I like being on it because I'm kind of up to date with the times.
Yeah, but right now the times are...
Yeah, the times are fucked, but
crazy.
I don't want to feel like I'm a caveman.
Missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I went back on, because obviously it was halfway into lockdown. I thought, all right, I've got no friends anyway, but at least I've got some on social media. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, now... I don't want to get in trouble for what I'm going to ask.
Is this the second question?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to get in trouble because I'm not going to mention any names. However...
Oh, God. Do I know the person?
No. Okay, so... If a girl... Fucking hell. If a girl likes a guy, what's the limit of how many times they meet up before he advances?
When you say advances,
it doesn't have to be ripping your clothes off. I'm talking like a kiss. That's an advance, right?
Oh, okay.
So, let me give you a bit of context.
If a girl likes if a guy likes if you both like each other.
Right, yeah. So, I'll give you a bit of context without saying too much because I'll get shouted at. They meet up and there's no advance. They meet up again, there's no advance.
Okay, that's weird already.
They meet up a third time. Geezer lives on his own.
Right.
Free house. Again, I'm not saying... And the girl isn't expecting the clothes to be ripped off. But zero advance.
Yeah.
At what point do you say, one too many, mate,
If I was in the position, I would find that a bit weird.
So
I would think he's maybe not that into me, but then at the same time, it's like if we still keep meeting up,
he's definitely He's definitely into it.
He's into her,
Yeah.
but he's not showing
He's not advancing.
As in, not a hold hand, not a kiss, not a hug, nothing.
No.
Yeah, I find that weird.
Is it? It must be an insecurity, confidence thing, yeah.
Probably, which also is quite unattractive.
Right. So, is there a limit? Like, I wouldn't expect it's got to be the first one.
I'm that, yeah, but it depends what kind of person you are as well, though. I'm that girl where, fuck it, if I like the guy, then he's not moving to, I'll move in.
Okay.
For a kiss.
Okay.
After like the second or third time.
Okay, so if a girl is shy, for example, the first time you meet up, you might think you don't want to scare, you don't want to scare, but is it has to be the second time
for just a kiss?
Yeah.
And you talk all the time. I feel like if you talk all the time and if you met twice and he won't even kiss you, there's a warning sign.
Yeah, but I want to hear it from another girl's point of view.
You're not that guy, are you?
Nah, not me. Not me. But again, if I'm into you like that, you're going to know about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got to show somebody. Yeah.
I'm not a beat around the bush type of guy because I can't be bothered with it.
Yeah, I know.
But then this guy, clearly, I don't know the guy, but clearly he doesn't have the confidence that I've got. So that's why he's not doing what I would do.
Yeah. But then the woman that's in that situation with a guy like that, if the guy's insecure and not got confidence, that's fine. But give him confidence, like show him it's all right. Like go in there yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
If you both like each other, but one's scared to come forward, then who says it's always got to be the guy to go forward? 2020 guys, get with the times.
Get with the times. Right. Okay. So we'll wrap up there. Before we wrap up, again, there's a couple of just quick fire things.
Fire.
Just so people know you a bit more. So what would you say is your biggest phobia, Steph?
My biggest phobia is being buried alive.
Fucking hell, that's deep, isn't it?
I know, it's because I've got really bad claustrophobia.
Okay. Gee, I thought you were going to say like spiders.
No, I'm not really.
Nah, you seem like the kind of girl that would handle spiders.
No,
being buried alive though, yeah.
You are?
Being buried alive.
Yeah. But you know what I think it was? When I was little, I watched a programme and she got buried alive and it's just stuck with me ever since.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What kind of shit were you watching?
I know. Child abuse.
One thing you can't do without, but it's not allowed to be a person.
One thing I can't do without, but it's not a person.
Yeah. One thing, not one person.
Music.
Cool. Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
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 We all need music in our lives.
Yeah, we do. What are you going to listen to on the way home?
I was listening to Tupac on the way here.
Yes.
Best.
What were you listening to?
Changes.
Okay, standard.
Standard, I know.
I like a bit more hardcore Tupac, but okay.
I'll put it on shuffle when I'll let you know what comes up.
Sound. Right. We could do this all day.
Should we be doing another 3-hour podcast?
We could have, man. But do you know what? The conversations flow so much more when you know someone well.
Oh, no, it does, yeah.
So, thanks for coming back. We could
Pleasure.
make this an annual thing. Who knows? Year 2, we might be doing this again.
Year 2, I might come back and I might be pregnant or with a ring on my finger. Should we make that the goal? No, I need longer than that.
I was going to say that in 12 months, that's moving fast.
You just never know, though. I could walk out here and the love of my life could be standing on the road there.
Well, for all I know, you've got the love of your life in your life already.
Yeah, maybe. No, I feel I could. The person I'm talking to, I don't know if it's the love of my life there.
He's either going to be jumping for joy watching this, or he's just
scared,
throwing his drink at the fucking screen, and he's like, "Oh bollocks."
No, yeah.
You might have scared him off now.
No, I'm just scared to say anything about my personal life at all because the more quiet I am, the more people can't get to me.
Yeah, but you gave him mixed emotion. You gave him mixed signals.
Oh, don't worry about him. He knows exactly how.
Okay, that's all right then. Okay, so guys, thanks for having us. Please share and subscribe. Post it to your Insta story so we know who's watching because that helps. Our social media accounts are there.
Where?
They will be there.
Here.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there.
Where?
Right above your head.
There.
Guys, the podcast is on Spotify and iTunes. My name is Bandy Golau, Steph Christoforou in the chair with the barber. Stay tuned and you'll see me soon. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, before I need to take a selfie before I forget, because you know how many times I did it with Jordan and Mitz, forgot a picture. Did it with Tamira, forgot a picture. Did it with my brothers, forgot a picture. I forget pictures with everybody. So now it says take picture.
Take pic.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
Let's go.
I need to remember the cameras there. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. What's happening, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm finally back at Alpha Male Barbers after a lot of home episodes, and it's nice to be back. This episode is around about a year since I started the podcast, and where am I? Fuck, I need to redo that. Do you know what? I've got so many. No, I can't. Okay. Lol.
I'm gonna just start laughing the whole way through.
That's fine.
It's so awkward. I don't know where to look.
You don't have to look at the camera.
Yeah,
but
I'll just look at you.
That's fine. You don't have to hate everything connected to bad moments.
No. I think I just know. I fully know what I want, and it's not that.
Good. One sec. Can you see that thing on the screen that's by my face?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the mouse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's cursor.
Oh, okay, because I thought there was something. I thought there was something.
I can't wait for the outtakes.
And I was trying to avoid it.
Do the Dan.
Right. Okay.
Is that? Yeah, it's that.
Good job. Your eyesight's better than mine.
Your 20/20 vision, mate.
Fucking hell. Is there
I can't stop laughing at the curse.
I need to move it. I'm back to fuck.
Oh, it is that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.